Do you ever wince in pain when you see a person get a paper cut on their hand, or wrinkle your face in disgust when you see a person grimace as they taste sour food? This ability to respond to and understand another person is linked to the explanation of mirror neurons, also known as monkey see, monkey do cells. Mirror neurons were discovered in the mid 1990s by scientists studying macaque monkeys. The scientists connected electrodes to the monkeys' heads to study their brain activities and detect which neurons fired when performing various motor actions. On a hot summer day, a scientist entered the lab with an ice cream cone. The monkey did not move, but when the scientist raised the cone to his own mouth, the monitor recording the monkey's brain registered neurons firing, even if the monkey did not raise its arm. The scientists observed that the same region of the monkey's brain would activate when the monkey saw another monkey performing an action, such as raise peanuts to its mouth, or when the observing monkey performed that same activity of bringing the peanuts to its own mouth. These neurons were termed mirror neurons. In macaque monkeys, the mirror neurons have been found in the inferior frontal gyrus and inferior parietal lobe. In studying humans using functional magnetic resonance imaging, or fMRI, activity in the inferior frontal cortex and the superior parietal lobe have reflected the same firing when a person views a person performing an action or when that person performs the actions themselves. As a result, these neurons are considered to play a major role in human empathy.
According to brain imaging studies, we are constantly acting out and imitating whatever activity we are observing. So it shouldn't come as a surprise as to why sports fans feel so emotionally invested in the game and react as if they themselves are playing. When their favorite athlete celebrates a win, the fans' mirror neurons fire similarly to the athlete's mirror neurons, giving the fans the feeling that they are also celebrating. Mirror neurons help us learn new skills from others through imitation. They gave our ancestors the ability to quickly learn new survival tactics by imitating older and more experienced members of their tribe, rather than having to learn over time through repeated experiences. Quick learning increased their chances of survival and their chance to pass on their genes. Neuroscientist Iacobani from UCLA argues that mirror neurons help us recognize the intents and actions of others around us. In 2005, he conducted a study to test for this. Subjects were asked to observe someone grasping a cup of tea and then asked to discern whether or not that person was planning on drinking from the cup or clearing the cup from the table. Results showed that subjects were in fact able to discern which action was planned. Furthermore, fMRI showed that premotor mirror neurons were activated while observing and carrying out this task. To add to this theory, mirror neurons sometimes help us understand the actions and intents of other species around us. Through anthropomorphism, we gain a vague interpretation of the animal's behavior. This would be another evolutionary advantage of mirror neurons because the ability to recognize a hostile predator helps us avoid danger. Although mirror neurons are not responsible for our ability to understand syntax, other scientists relate mirror neurons to our language abilities. For example, one study found that when subjects were asked to maintain posture, they would do worse while listening to sentences that explain movements or actions in first or third person. This phenomena could be due to the fact that their mirror neurons were activated by both holding the posture and by listening to the action that was being described to them, which resulted in an interference.
In mirror neurons involved in empathy, Marco Iacoboni discusses the chameleon effect, in which mirror neurons are responsible for human brain-to-brain imitation of their peers' postures, manners, and facial expressions. This occurrence is what causes people to feel happy when they hear their friends share good news, or experience sadness when they see someone feeling sad. This phenomenon is unique because we do not have to pause to think about a person's pain, but rather, immediately experience it. As mirror neurons are critical in human communication and interaction, a deficit in these skills have been linked to the dysfunction of mirror neurons, which may explain autism. This is due to the observation that people with autism have more difficulty in having empathy and communicating how they feel, and are often unable to imitate people's actions well.
Overall, there's still a lot of research to be done. Mirror neurons do not fully explain or are solely responsible for consciousness, language, and empathy, as some may have proclaimed. Many theories regarding mirror neurons are still waiting to be backed by more solid evidence.